Partner skills in Palworld can provide some wonderful perks, whether it's unleashing a special attack, being able to use the pal as a mount, or even detecting things on your compass. Whilst a lot of partner skills are a little bit mid, there are some that stand out as being unique and extremely useful. So today I'm going to take a look at some pals with unique partner skills. Starting with one that you can find very early in the game roaming around the windswept hills and autumn rocks areas, and that's Vixy. Oh Vixy, how adorable yet slightly useless you are. Apart from your incredible partner skill Dig Here of course, which enables Vixy to unearth certain items when assigned to a ranch inside your base. Vixy can initially periodically dig up pal spheres, arrows, bone and gold coins. I know your ranch is probably getting quite crowded with high quality pal oil producing Dumuds, Lamballs for wool, Kelpsies for pal fluids, Flambells for flame organs, and that's not even considering the farming produce needed as cake ingredients for breeding. More specifically Mozzarina's milk, Beegard's honey and Chikipi eggs, but I urge you not to discount Vixy. While you can certainly produce your own arrows and pal spheres, and the pennies produced might not feel worth Vixy taking up a valuable slot in your pal box and ranch, it is a great way to passively stock up on essentials without having to exhaust your basic resources. The quality and quantity of Vixy's ranch item drops also depend on the level of its partner skill, which can be upgraded through consuming pal essences at the condenser, and pals gain a star each time the skill is ranked up. For example, a partner skill with no stars will mean that Vixy will drop arrows, pal spheres, gold coins and bone. But with 4 stars, Vixy will be able to dig up megaspheres, gigaspheres, alongside normal pal spheres, arrows, gold coins and bone in larger quantities. It's a good feeling when you return to your base after a long excursion to see that Vixy has been hard at work and left us lots of presents to collect. Even with a no star partner skill, you can accumulate lots of gold coins, pal spheres and arrows very quickly since pals assigned to the ranch poop out their goodies once every 50 seconds. So yes, Vixy's partner skill is a must-have early game at least to give you a good head start. Mimog's partner skill Master of Unlocking enables the sentient chest to open locked non-sentient treasure chests found throughout the world without using a key. Mimogs can be found pretty much all over Palpagus Islands, excluding the low-level areas like the Windswept Hills, Forgotten Island, Icewind Island, Marsh Island, basically the places where you would normally find weaker pals like Lamball, Chikipi and Cativas. This partner skill sounds great in theory, but by the time you encounter Mimogs, and are actually capable of catching them, it's likely you have already unlocked and crafted the lockpicking tools, and or accumulated a healthy amount of common, silver and gold keys. So at this point, opening chests found throughout the world is no longer an issue, and certainly not worth the hassle of actually finding and catching a pesky, skittish and extremely fast Mimog that runs away at the speed of light the moment it's disturbed. Furthermore, the type of treasure chest that can be opened depends on the partner skill's rank, which means that if you do want to be an actual Master of Unlocking, and therefore be able to unlock all chest types using Mimog's partner skill, you would need to catch a total of 116 Mimogs to raise its partner skill rank up to 4 stars using the Pal Essence Condenser. And that's not even an exaggeration. You have to catch 117 pals of the same species in order for your chosen pal to consume the other 116 essences and max out their partner skill. Now, if Mimog's partner skill could unlock all locks straight away, then yes, it would be worth it. But there's no way in hell I'm catching 116 Mimogs when I can just use ancient tech points to get the lockpicking tools. Mimog's primary worth lies in the fact that it drops dog coins upon defeat or capture, but I still wanted to include this partner skill since it is unique and could be used if you are playing on random pal mode. One of the most bothersome mechanics that can hinder exploration is temperature. If you go charging towards Mount Obsidian without heat-resistant gear, you are going to sizzle under the heat of a volcano. Likewise, if you try exploring the snowy Astral Mountains without cold-resistant gear, you're going to freeze. There are many ways to tolerate hot and cold environments in Palworld, and many factors that can impact the temperature. For example, deploying an ice pal to walk alongside you in a hot area will cool the air around you and make the environment tolerable. Kitsun can be ridden as a mount once you unlock its saddle at level 30 of the technology tree, but what makes this mount special is that its partner skill Clear Mind makes it so that the player is unaffected by the cold or heat while riding Kitsun, and this element of the partner skill is not tied to its rank. Levelling up the partner skill increases the mount's speed by a percentage that increases with each star gained when it ranks up, and the ability to ignore hot and cold environmental effects remain unchanged, making Kitsun an essential riding companion when exploring further afield, particularly if you have yet to craft some temperature-resistant gear. Kitsun isn't the fastest mount going, but you can increase its movement speed by 60% by giving it runner, nimble and swift passives. Kitsun can be found roaming around the Frostbound Mountains at night, or you can breed early game pals Eikthyodare and Tombat, or breed a Tansy, Kelpsy or Gumos with a Nightwing to get a Kitsun. Even though its saddle is not available until reaching level 30, it has low crafting requirements. You will just need 25 leather, 10 cloth, 15 flame organs and 20 paldium. For my next entry, I was going to have Splatterina's partner skill Blade of Uncontrolled Passion, which increases items gained from butchering pals with the meat cleaver, which sounds great in theory, but when put into practice, the gains are far too low for it to be an effective method for farming items. I even tried stacking Splatterinas and fully maxing out their star rank using the condenser, but the gains were still too low. So instead, I've swapped out this entry for the latest addition to the Palpedia, and that's Hartalis. Hartalis is a neutral type pal that can be ridden, but what makes this so special is that its partner skill Sacred Barrier generates a barrier that blocks all attacks. This pal is very powerful, and by far the hardest raid boss in the game, save for its ultra version. I'm still slightly salty over my handful of seemingly unfair defeats. Now, I'm not known to be much of a potty mouth on any of my YouTube channels, but Hartalis is a complete and utter whacker that can go and f*** itself right up the with its own antlers. Honestly, the lengths you have to go to beat this SOB is ridiculous. And by the time that's even remotely possible, do you really need a barrier that blocks all attacks? I mean, you're pretty invincible by now, with the strongest gear, right? But whatever, its partner skill is still pretty epic. And if you can take Hartalis down much earlier in the game, then that's definitely a game changer. No doubt Hartalis will be an MVP against raid bosses to come in the future. Either that or Hartalis has literally just broken the game. It's no secret that some people struggle with the fishing mechanic in Palworld, especially when trying to use the inferior fishing rods and bait. Basically, to catch a pal in water you must align a green bar with a moving yellow fish symbol which fills up a gauge above, and once it's full you have caught the fish. But the yellow fish symbol can bolt wildly from side to side, making it difficult to align with the green bar, which is quite small unless you are using an advanced fishing rod and superior bait. Thankfully, Pocket Pair threw us a life jacket in the form of Whalaska's partner skill Chilled Whale Cruiser, which makes the fishing minigames start with the capture gauge more filled than usual and fill up faster while the green bar and yellow fish symbols are aligned. Excellent! Apart from the fact that Whalaska isn't accessible until mid to late game. It's also a terrible water mount compared to other options available by the time you reach the locations where Whalaska can be found. Whalaska can mainly be found through fishing around southwestern Faebreak, on the Isle of the Glacial Core, and can be found at a master fishing spot under the oil rig far southeast of the world map. Whalaska's saddle is a level 35 technology with fairly low crafting requirements. To craft the saddle you will need 20 leather, 10 cloth, 20 ingots, 20 ice organs and 25 paldium fragments. You could couple Whalaska's partner skill with Gloopy's Sticky Princess partner skill, which makes it so that the capture gauge decreases more slowly when the green bar and the yellow fish symbol are not aligned. Whalaska Igni's partner skill functions the exact same way, but is unlockable a little later. I suppose if you really struggle with the fishing minigame, then Whalaska is worth investing in to make it a faster mount. Breeding Neptilius and Chillette Ignis might be a great way for a Whalaska to inherit some excellent passives like Lunker or Eternal Engine from Neptilius. but I would personally just use Neptilius, which is by far the fastest and best water mount in the game. There are a few pals with useful healing partner skills, such as Celeste's Blessing of Purification, Patalia's Blessing of the Flower Spirit, and Lyleen's Harvest Goddess partner skill. But the only pal in the entire game that can revive you with health when incapacitated is Herbil. Herbil's partner skill, Herbil Pulse, will bring you back from the brink of death, and its corresponding technology, Herbil's Harness, required to activate the partner skill, is only a level 27 technology. So definitely a must-have member of the team when faced with a challenging boss battle. The harness has low crafting requirements too. All you will need is 20 leather, 40 fibre, 20 ingots, 15 electric organs and 25 paldium fragments. The cooldown for this skill depends on its rank through consuming pal essences at the condenser, but honestly, a maxed out Herbil with some skill cooldown reducing passives can make you unbeatable. But you could definitely give Herbil some skill cooldown passives like Impatient, which reduces cooldown by 15%, or Serenity, which reduces cooldown by 30% and increases attack by 10%. So yes, who knew Herbil was so essential? It can be found as a wild spawn at Sunlit Isle, Oasis Isle and Eternal Summer Isle, but Sunlit Isle has the lowest level Herbils that are easier to catch around level 10. The sheer amount of souls you need to fully max out your beloved pals is insane, but the boost they get for investing souls into HP, attack, defense and work speed stats are considerable. Pal souls can be found all over the world on the floor, inside chests, and by defeating pals who have pal souls as item drops. This is where Nitemary can be a particularly useful member of the team. Nitemary's Soul Collector partner skill increases the amount of pal souls gained as pal item drops when defeated. Pal souls come in small, medium, large and giant variants, and although Nitemary's partner skill is unique, its usefulness quickly depletes, since all pal soul variants can be gained passively through sending pals out on expeditions once you conquer the tower bosses. Nitemary's Soul Collector partner skill could certainly speed up the process if you need an unreasonable amount of pal souls quickly for some reason. Like if Blazemut Ryu keeps killing you and your pals, or if the level 60 oil rig is beating you down and you're at your wit's end. Anyways, Nitemary can be found all over Faebreak, and there is also an alpha boss version on the island. There are a few pal partner skills that assist with navigation and locating POIs, like Fuddler's Ore Detector or Lee's Punk's Sixth Sense that detects nearby dungeons. But Tombat's ability to locate and highlight pals on the compass using its Ultrasonic sensor partner skill is by far the most useful skill of its kind in general. It's also very unique as there is nothing else in the game that alludes to the location of pals. Palworld is a game that heavily relies on resources to progress, and a lot of the time you need specific pals to speed up processes because they have higher work suitabilities, or you need materials they produce, or you just want a better mount. Tombat's ultrasonic sensor places little pal sprites on your compass so that you can see which pals are where and pursue them. The fact that Tombat is a nighttime early game wild spawn makes this partner skill a lifesaver when you hit a brick wall trying to find that much needed leather from Rushaws and Dire Howls, electric organs from Sparkets and Jolt Hogs, and pal fluids from Flax and Pengullets in the early hours of the game, to mention a few. It can really save you time running around searching for them because trust me, you will see these pals all over until you actually need them, and then they are nowhere to be found, every time. And that's my list of pals with unique partner skills. It was definitely a tough call of who to include since there are some excellent skills worth mentioning, but there's not much to say about them since they do what they say on the tin. For example, Paldeus's Holy Knight of the Firmament, which enables a triple jump steed, Tyrantris's Web, or Floppy's Helper Bunny skill, that lets Floppy auto-collect items within range and adds them to your inventory like Sparks in Spyro the Dragon. There's partner skills that increase carry capacity and XP gains, skills that increase damage output or even imbue attacks with elemental effects. but those are the ones that stuck out in my mind as being particularly different and useful. Let me know what partner skills you think are the best in the comments below. I've been Heather at Paltopia, and thank you very much for watching.